With news that Jalen Hunt's surgery puts him out for the year, the UC Bearcats defensive line is down 3 key players. Micah Coleman was declared out with a leg injury before Higher Ground, and Dante Corleone, though practicing, hasn't been cleared for full contact after suffering blood clots in June.
You know, Hunt, we talked about that, or we saw that yesterday. He had a procedure on Monday to figure out whether or not he was going to be able to play this year or not. Had to do a little bit more in the procedure, so he's going to miss this season. And unfortunately, he had a really good spring and summer, headed into camp, and obviously we need him and was going to use him. He was very versatile to play the end and the nose. You know, I think Dante's continuing to progress. He's right on track of where we all want him to be. Still hopeful for him this season. You know, with all the injuries we've had at D-line, certainly need him to hopefully get healthy and be able to participate this year. You know, fortunately, we brought in a bunch of D-linemen this year. We got a lot of bodies in those positions. There'll be guys that'll rise up and that will help us this year. You know, and I'm encouraged by the fact of the numbers. And so, and also I think about what we have at linebacker. I mean, this is an outstanding linebacker crew that we have. You think about the first 3 or 4 guys, and then the next 3 guys I feel like can go in and give us great minutes. I mean, these guys are making plays all over the field, so I'm really excited about that. The guys behind the D-line, and I think that bodes well for our defense.
Who are your candidates at nose? Everyone knew about Dante, knew about Jalen, but from there, it seems like interchangeable right now.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, if you name them, they're probably a candidate, is what I would say. We've put about 4 or 5 different guys in there over these 2 weeks of practice. And I really believe it's going to be by committee. Obviously Dante is the best. If he's healthy, he's going to go. He'll be the first guy out. Then after that, we're just going to have to see. I mean, Cam Rutherford, he came back a little bit yesterday and today, not much, but if he's back, he'll certainly be in the mix. He's a different kind of player. He uses the quickness more so than the power. So there'll be times where we'll want him to be in there, potentially if, third down. We're trying to get more of a pass rush, get a quicker guy in there to cause some havoc. Because we'll twist those guys a lot and he'll use that speed. But you're right. I mean, if it's a first down, it's a run down, maybe not be in there because of the, not as heavy as you need to be at the nose position. Keelan's, he's really progressed well. If I look at from last year to this year, he's gotten reps at the nose. He does. He's strong. I mean, extremely strong. He'll be a guy that I think can get in there and plug a gap. If it's a run down, for sure, to where he can take that A gap and hold that A gap, he can do that. It'll be more situational for him, I think. But yeah, he's worked hard and put himself in position to at least give us a shot to play. Yeah, to me, they're still young. I think, when you're a true freshman D lineman coming in, it's a little bit tough because we got a veteran offensive line. So it's hard for those guys when they get in to get it all right. They have promise, and we like where they're at in their progression. They certainly have gotten a lot of reps because of the situation at D-line. And, hopefully they'll continue to progress. I think Marquez Parker's a guy who maybe could see some time this year because he does have the twitch, at 275 pounds. And so he'll be a guy that, as we start to hone in on game plan, I feel like he'll be able to get into the mix and actually play this year. Have not seen a ton of plays by him this fall camp. I would suspect over the next week and a half he'll have a big time week and a half to be able to make some more plays. I mean, in order to get into rotation because we're counting on him. He's a guy that's played a lot of football and has got a lot of experience, and hopefully he'll utilize that experience to be able to help us this fall. But he'll play. He'll be in the rotation.
Next man up mentality is appreciative to all the guys, especially the young guys, knowing that they're just coming in. Everybody has to step up. Everybody's role has been increased. I think the guys are doing a great job of that. His leadership role is excelled a lot. I think he's doing a great job of being out here, still being able to be a part of the team mentally and, coaching guys up. And though he's putting his work in and when he's not putting his work in and he's able to get mental reps, I think he's doing a great job of teaching guys how to be a pro. I pretty much know how he operates, so I'm pretty much able to know. I just came in off the back knowing what to expect, and I think all the young guys are like, Coach Stu used to be a coach, like, what is he going to say about this? I tell him all the time exactly what he's going to say to me, and he says it to me.
Can these young guys step in and contribute? Some of them don't look like freshmen.
No, yeah, we got a unique group of young guys, and I think they're very different contribute. I mean, they're all different, but I think they're actually getting the hang of this thing, and they're growing up pretty fast. I'm gonna be honest with you.
At Higher Ground, where the guys are limbering up for August 31st, Scott Springer for Cincinnati.com.